You've probably never heard this before if you're a male over 60. You may be experiencing more than simply aging-related fatigue, diminished motivation, weaker mornings, and even a decline in confidence. It might be the fruits you're missing from your diet. That's right, fruits, because 3 natural foods that can subtly increase your energy, improve your performance, and restore your vitality can be found buried in the shopping aisle. No waiting months, no awkwardness, no pills. I'm Dr. Laura, and I've been helping men like you rediscover their power, endurance, and enthusiasm for life for almost 30 years. You might be surprised by what I'm about to tell you because it has nothing to do with testosterone injections or prescription medications. It's about fuel, delicious, real fuel that your body is accustomed to. The majority of males think that decline is unavoidable. However, what if I told you that there is a sweet yellow fruit that gives you energy from the cellular level up, a green fruit that softly restores testosterone, and a red fruit that fills your arteries with fresh blood? This isn't a theory. This is a tried and true dietary therapy that is supported by actual accounts and clinical studies. And I'll demonstrate for you today how to use these 3 easy fruits to change your intimate, emotional, and physical feelings. Remain with me. The next thing you'll learn could completely alter how you age. Before we get started, please be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell if you're interested in maintaining your strength, energy, and confidence after the age of 60. This way, you won't miss any more health advice tailored to your needs. Type 1 in the comments if this video is helpful to you. Otherwise, enter 0 and let me know what you want to see next. My purpose is to assist you. It may surprise you, but let's start with the first fruit. It's not some exotic superfood from around the world or a fashionable supplement. Scientists have been secretly researching this fruit because of its potent capacity to strengthen the prostate, restore circulation, and restore firmness where it matters most. Let's discuss pomegranates and the reasons why every man over 60 ought to incorporate them into his regular routine. 1. Pomegranate is a supercharger for circulation. I will always remember George's expression. Sitting quietly in my office, he was 72 when he uttered something I've heard from far too many guys. I'm a different man now, Doc. He had lost his confidence, his enthusiasm, and intimacy had faded into the past. But more noteworthy than his words was what he was unaware of. George was unaware that blood flow, not age, was his greatest problem. It turns out that pomegranates, which are found in the produce section, are among the most effective ways to repair that. Modern science now supports the ancient fruit's ability to help aged arteries, which has long been seen as a sign of vitality in civilizations all over the world. Polyphenols, which function as blood vessel fuel, are abundant in pomegranates. They increase your nitric oxide levels, boost circulation, and assist your arteries enlarge. The final one is crucial. The molecule that relaxes blood arteries and permits blood to flow freely, particularly to the areas where older men most need it, is nitric oxide. The speed at which it operates is impressive. Within 2 weeks, older men who drank pomegranate juice every day showed measurable gains in erection power and endurance in one clinical research. 2 weeks. One fruit can restore blood flow naturally without the need for medication or adverse effects. But the advantages don't end there. Additionally, pomegranates help preserve the prostate, lower oxidative stress, and reduce inflammation, all of which gradually erode male health. Pomegranate provides mild, natural support for men who have trouble urinating at night or who experience the gradual pressure of an enlarged prostate. What about the flavor? Refreshing, a little sour, and incredibly fulfilling, especially when you understand the health benefits. George took my instruction and only drank 6 ounces of unsweetened pure pomegranate juice each morning. That was it. He returned to my office 2 weeks later. He was the same man, but his energy had changed. He was standing differently. His smile widened. He even made a joke about his wife's newfound interest in him. It wasn't magic. Fruit was the reawakening of biology. Pomegranates are easy to miss because they aren't particularly eye-catching. It doesn't make grandiose claims or offer instant solutions. However, that's precisely why it works. It helps your body where it most needs it: your heart, your prostate, your blood vessels, and certainly your performance. Therefore, I implore you not to grab for the tablets first if you've been feeling sluggish in the morning, or if intimacy seems more like a memory than a reality. Go for the pomegranate. There's a reason why nature placed this fruit here. It was constructed with strength, endurance, and restoration in mind. Even though this fruit is really potent, it's only the beginning. Because I'm about to offer the green fruit that helps older men increase their testosterone levels naturally without the need for costly clinics, gels, or injections. Additionally, the majority of males have spent their entire lives disregarding it. 2. The testosterone-boosting avocado. Harold leaned in and muttered, "I just don't feel like a man anymore." And I can still hear the quiet frustration in his voice. He was 68, retired, healthy for his age, and doing everything he should. However, something had changed. He had lost his motivation in life as well as in the bedroom. He felt softer, slower, and even more imperceptible. There is more to this than age, which Harold and many other men are unaware of. It has to do with testosterone. Now, testosterone is more than simply a hormone or a statistic. It's an emotion. When you wake up and are prepared to face the day, it's the fire in your gut. Intimacy and purpose are fueled by your voice's assurance, your grip's strength, and yes, your passion. What's the issue? Most guys are exhausted after the age of 60. It doesn't come in a patch or a vial, but there is a natural method to replenish your hormones. It comes from the avocado, a fruit you've most likely seen 1,000 times in the grocery store. The secret to naturally rekindling your testosterone is that creamy green fruit. It has a lot of monounsaturated fats, which are excellent for your body and help it make healthy amounts of testosterone. Magnesium and zinc, two elements necessary for the regulation of male hormones, are also abundant in it. Most significantly, it contains a lot of vitamin B6, which aids in lowering cortisol, the stress hormone that gradually inhibits the creation of testosterone. Something changed when Harold started eating only half an avocado every day, either sliced over a salad or with his eggs in the morning. He became more energetic within a week. He claimed that his mood improved, his sleep deepened, and that fire he had thought was extinguished forever began to flame once again. He also felt more alive, grounded, and present. The truth is that your body was never damaged. It only required the correct fuel. We live in a culture that offers quick cures for male decline, such as needles, pills, and synthetic gels. The most natural way to get that fuel is from avocados. Additionally, they contain a lot of potassium, which supports heart health and helps control blood pressure, two essential components of performance. The simplicity of avocados is one of my favorite things about them. Simply eating half a fruit each day can significantly alter your biology without any specific preparation or intricate planning. Additionally, it creates a hormonal environment that works for you rather than against you, when combined with other minor adjustments, like deep breathing, a little movement, and better sleep, restoring you as the man who walks tall, speaks clearly, and lives with purpose is more important than simply restoring testosterone. Avocados are one of the most underappreciated resources available to us for naturally and effectively regaining our vitality, which is what testosterone is, not youth. Harold is not by himself. By incorporating this one fruit into their daily routine, I've witnessed many of men experience an improvement in their energy and confidence. Your metabolism, sleep patterns, mood, and relationship with your partner all change when your hormones begin to realign. It's not a showstopper, but it works. Despite being the motor, testosterone still requires a spark to ignite. And energy, the deep cellular energy that keeps you moving, thinking, and acting like yourself again, is frequently the source of that spark. And the following fruit does just that. It's easy to use, pleasant, and provides your body with nutrition that no supplement could. Let's discuss why you could already have this underappreciated energy fruit in your kitchen and why it's a must-eat for any man over 60. 3. A banana, the artery protector and energy igniter. A few years ago, I worked alongside a man named Walter. He was 73, a proud father of 3, a former school administrator, and someone who always took delight in being active. However, he wasn't himself when he entered my office. His shoulders slumped, but his voice were solid. "Doctor," he added, "I feel exhausted all the time, not just physically, but also mentally and spiritually. I'm exhausted when I wake up." It was exhaustion, not sadness. He was no longer in control. I asked him a straightforward query. "How recently did breakfast leave you feeling genuinely energized?" He gave me a perplexed expression. He answered, "I usually skip mornings." And that was the hint. Because the body doesn't simply wake up on its own, especially after the age of 60. It requires assistance. It requires fuel that can communicate with your heart, blood vessels, and brain. The humble banana can help with that. I see it as foundational, yet most men dismiss it as basic. In addition to preventing cramps, bananas are a great source of potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B. At the cellular level, they truly function in the background to protect your arteries, calm your blood vessels, and provide your body with the minerals it needs to produce energy. Within days, Walter noticed a change when he started eating a banana with a glass of water and a small amount of nut butter in the morning. He informed me that, in addition to having more energy, I also felt more stable and didn't feel like I was collapsing midway through the morning. This is due to the fact that bananas help your body's natural rhythm. They support your heart, muscles, and even your brain. They also assist control blood sugar, reduce stress, and increase serotonin through tryptophan. Consistent energy flow also makes it simpler to think, walk, stay in the now, and yes, execute during crucial occasions. Additionally, bananas promote cardiovascular health, which has a significant impact on older men's performance. Potassium. The main ingredient in bananas is a natural artery health protector. Weak circulation translates into weak function. It regulates blood pressure and permits blood flow throughout the body, including to parts that might have experienced difficulties recently. This fruit's simplicity is what makes it so lovely. No preparation, recipe, or guesswork is required. It doesn't require elaborate planning to provide results, travels well, and digests readily. A banana a day is among the best habits to start with. If you desire constant energy, I advise my patients. It's incredible how something so commonplace can have such a profound impact. His whole life didn't change because of Walter. After 2 weeks, his wife called to thank me for not only the banana, but also for reviving the husband she hadn't seen in years. He simply added a banana every morning. The basis is energy. Nothing else functions without it. And as you rebuild it layer by layer, you start to feel your body regaining its functionality. However, what happens if you combine these 3 fruits, banana, avocado, and pomegranate, daily in a way that your body can comprehend? Real change starts there, and I'll explain in detail how these fruits combine to restore performance, strength, and confidence you may have believed were lost forever in the following part. 4. Why these 3 fruits go hand in hand. When you stop treating your body like it's damaged and start feeding it like it's rebuilding, something tremendous happens. I've witnessed it repeatedly with men in their 60s, 70s, and older. They arrive feeling exhausted, disoriented, irritated, and certain that they have crossed an invisible boundary from which they are unable to return. And then something changes. One small alteration, a fruit here, a healthier meal there. And all of a sudden, the spark they thought had gone out starts to rekindle. The truth that most people overlook, however, is this. The variance is not just due to the specific fruits, it's the result of combining them, using them regularly, purposefully, and on a daily basis. Despite their apparent simplicity, pomegranates, avocados, and bananas each address a vital need in the aging male body. Pomegranate protects the prostate and floods your arteries with blood flow that revitalizes circulation. Your hormones are nourished by avocado, which allows testosterone to naturally rise without stress or artificial assistance. A banana gives your cells clean, consistent energy, which stabilizes your mood, sharpens your focus, and strengthens your heart. They work together to create a triangle of energy, hormones, circulation, and support that no supplement could ever match. I didn't just feel better. I felt like my body recalled what it was designed to do, as one of my long-term patients, Richard, 69, put it so eloquently. And it's precisely that. These fruits open something familiar that your body was meant to perform all along but lost access to due to bad habits, manufactured foods, or a lack of awareness of what it really required. Expensive miraculous treatments or exotic powders are not necessary. After the age of 60, you need the building blocks that nature has already produced, whole foods that include particular nutrients that your body requires more than ever. You may generate a quiet storm of healing, better circulation, more stable testosterone, easier digestion, better sleep, and yes, a genuine restoration of confidence in the bedroom when you incorporate these 3 fruits into a simple daily routine. The goal here is to become the strongest version of yourself at this moment. Not to become a younger guy again, because alignment is what makes a person strong, not age. Your body understands what to do when your energy, hormones, and blood are all in balance again. It begins to appear for you once more. You feel more involved with your life, your passions, and your spouse. You stand straighter and wake up with a purpose. I have led innumerable men through this very process. Food as medicine, no tricks, no pressure. And I'm constantly amazed at how fast the body reacts when you give it what it's been subtly requesting. The fact that it's never too late is arguably the most potent of all. You start undoing the harm when you start nourishing your body properly, regardless of your age, 60, 70, or even 85. And it begins with a piece of fruit, which is both tiny and mighty. If you've read this far, you're not only interested, you're dedicated. And in the last segment of this video, I'll offer you a straightforward plan to start implementing what we've discussed tomorrow morning. You won't want to miss this, I promise. Conclusion: regaining vitality, strength, and energy. After 60, I've worked as a men's health physician for more than 30 years, and if I've learned anything, it's that aging doesn't break a man, giving up does. The myth that your finest years are over once you hit a certain age is one that far too many decent guys fall for. As though it's all a natural part of the process, they accept the weariness, the weaker mornings, the slower thoughts, and the lack of desire. However, I've repeatedly observed that with the correct support, the body is always prepared to adapt and mend. Since nothing else functions without blood flow, we started with pomegranates, the fruit of circulation. No matter how much you want something, performance will suffer if your arteries are stiff and your vessels are weak. Men frequently tell me that they sense a pulse of life returning that they previously believed had vanished forever. But with daily pomegranate, those channels start to open again. Then came avocado, the silent powerhouse that doesn't draw attention to itself but works in the background to boost testosterone, lower stress levels, and restore the kind of steady, grounded strength that helps you feel like yourself again. That internal change, the restoration of hormonal equilibrium, is the first step toward everything else resettling for many men. Then there is the tasty, well-known, and much disregarded banana. However, it provides nourishment for the brain, muscles, and heart. It provides men with the clean, sustainable energy they need to go through the day, both emotionally and physically. Because you perform better at work, in relationships, and for yourself when you have a lot of energy. I think every man over 60 deserves the foundation that these 3 fruits provide. Regaining vitality is more important than chasing young, And it starts with how you feed yourself, not just with food, but also with faith. Strength, connection, and transformation are still achievable, and you must have faith in these possibilities. Hundreds of men, some in their 60s and some in their 80s, have walked this path with me, and I have personally witnessed the results of their little daily deeds. They regain their spirit as well as their vigor. Their confidence returns, their partners notice, their posture improves, and their speech becomes more upbeat. It is due to a basic truth rather than a miracle. All your body needs is your assistance to function for you. Therefore, if anything in this message resonated with you, I hope you take it seriously right away. Not tomorrow, but today. We all grow when we share. So please share what you learned today and what change you're ready to make in the comments box below. Let's support each other. If you found this movie useful, or if it even slightly opened your eyes, please click the like button. To be sure you don't miss any information that could change your health, click subscribe. Before you go, ring the bell. If this video was helpful, please enter 1. If not, enter 0. You might not be aware of the significance of your comment. Make the decision to live like the guy you still are by selecting the meals that give you power and the routines that give you back your vitality. Because you are the one holding the pen, prepared to write what happens next, and this is only a new beginning rather than the end. Consider making a little donation if this video helped you and you want to support practical, no-nonsense health advice tailored to men like you. It enables us to maintain this channel ad-free, totally independent, and totally committed to providing you with the necessary, honest facts. Every little bit helps. Just below is the option to make a donation. I appreciate you joining me on this adventure.